Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to Very Dead Gaming. I'm Very Dead. Today the 3.2 Chapter 3 for Elite Dangerous drop, and I've got it loaded up. There have been quite a few updates. We have Guardian Beacons, we have a new ship, we have a couple of other things that are escaping me at the moment, but as we play on here today, I'll check a few of them, and we're gonna go check out what these things are. But first, before we get into the new content, I am heading back to fight a Thargoid this morning. The last couple of days I've been fighting him, and I think I might have figured it out. So I'm in my. This is the transport ship I'm in right now, so it's not kitted out, doesn't have a lot of weapons, but doesn't have any weapons actually. And so I'm just gonna head back.
Your ship is released. Your way is clear for departure.
Get my fighting ship. Just short of boost capability on this one. Right. So you guys excited to get into the new content today? I ease into it a little bit. I'm gonna continue a little bit of fighting, just a little bit. I just want to. I feel like I'm close. I've gotten really close to being able to kill these things, and I think I can do it. It's a Cyclops. I'm trying to solo the thing. So, and I know I think my ship is strong enough to do it. I just have to do it. Here we go. And then I think I'm going to look for an alliance system. I'll pick up the new ship. Maybe we'll A-rate the thing. I don't know how much. I'm going to need some credits, I think. But I think I can trick it out pretty well. So we're going to Oregon Terminal. I've kind of made this my home base out in the Pleiades. Because it doesn't have a lot of ships in the shipyard, but it has pretty much everything else I need to repair and keep things rolling. Especially when you're fighting Thargoids. I take a lot of damage. So after a couple of days of fighting, before we get into the new content, I've learned a little bit about how much of a beating my ship can take, and when I'm losing the fight, when to get out. So, and I've been hanging in there pretty well. So I think knowing my ship a little bit better, it has calmed me down a bit in the fight, and so I can focus on what I'm doing. And I've also learned that my ship has a lot more punch to it than I realized, and I can really put a hurt on a Thargoid if I focus my attention.
Flight Operations Department, please comply with established docking procedures, Commander.
And I'm switching back from my jumping ship to my fighting ship, and then we'll move from there. Time that. Nope. Just missed it. Just missed it.
Landing successful. Commence system shutdown.
Let's check the shipyard. Let's see what they have. So this has the crate, Type 7, Type 6. Doesn't have the new ship. But I have my storage ship, which is my Anaconda, and that's what we're going to use. This is so I have a exploration Anaconda that's optimized for jump range. Right, currently I have it kitted out as a hauler. Alright. So we are ready to roll here. We're gonna go fight. I'm gonna go find a Cyclops. Let me just make sure I have everything. Yeah. Got the right ship. Okay, we're good. One thing, win or lose the fights, and up to this point, I've pretty much just lost fights against the Thargoids. I've lost my ship, I think, 3 times. So that's about 90 million, just short of 100 million in rebuys. But as I've fought more, I learned when to bug out of a fight if I was losing too quickly, and how to avoid being destroyed. So that I had early on, it was like pretty much the first day was when I ended up getting killed the most, and the second day not so much, and I was getting very close to killing him pretty much every time. So I'm feeling like today's the day. Nope. That'll be a basilisk. I'm not ready to take one of those on just yet. I'm looking for a threat level 5, non-human. Boy, these basilisks, they're everywhere. And I have never fought one, and they're more than twice as difficult to kill. They deal a ton more damage, and they regenerate faster than the Cyclops. And alright, here we go. Threat level 5. And I'm not quite ready. My skills are not there. This looks like it'll either be a Cyclops or it'll be a large swarm of the scouts. The scouts I'll just bail on because this ship is too slow and unmaneuverable, and they just chew you up. Okay, here we go. Dropping into a non-human. Alright, this has... I need to get out of here. So...
Energy surge detected.
Oh, they shut me down. How did he shut me down? I was so far away. Shut down field. So anyways, this is the wrong place to be caught in. That's a new one on me. I've never I haven't been hit by one of these before. There we go. Alright, there we go. We're gonna high wake out of here. Because look at that. Marauders. Come on, I'm aligned. Get me out of here. That's a fight I don't want right there. I just want a Thargoid. That's it. We're gonna jump to Maya. I'll get a Thargoid there, and then we'll see how I do. But again, you know, you're always trying to find pick the right fight. That was a losing battle. There were Marauders plus the main Thargoid, and the Marauder started attacking me right away. That's not a fight I want to get into. Not solo. With a wing, that would be pretty cool. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to try is the new, there's new Guardian fighters. Gonna have to find those and pick those up. So, Guardian fighters, Guardian beacons, a lot of Guardian stuff. Hey, go Guardian. Obsidian orbital. We'll head that way. Typically I can find some Thargoids when I head out that way. No source. Come on, give me a level 5, but just a go. Maya's always good for a good threat level 5. Seem to come across them much more frequently in Maya than anywhere else. Sometimes it's hard to find a fight. I'm looking for a fight. Can't find the one I'm looking for. Alright, there we go. Got the scan.
Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Running. I'm going after him. There he is. I'm getting this weapon. He's dead, honey. Beautiful. Thargoid down. Yeah. That felt good. Woo! Go get those weapon parts. Gather up some Thargoid materials. So, Excellent. Got a kill. That felt good. Especially after losing my ship so many times. So I just brute forced that dude. Didn't get it. Alright, so killed the Thargoid. I'll be heading back soon. So apparently these things deteriorate and they disappear if you're not quick about it. Oh, it died. Alright. Time to head back. To my main base here. So, first Thargoid kill, pretty nice. Pretty nice. So, I don't think I'm gonna be afraid of a Cyclops anymore. Not in this ship anyways. Yep. Of course I am. Alright. We'll be good. Oh, I wanted to check my... So I've got... Did not take a lot of module damage at all. That's really nice. It was mainly hull damage. And it's from that lightning attack. I suppose I could be more conservative and just hide from that guy, but it seemed like it was just easier to just go right at him. little bit too hot there. Yeah, I took some caustic damage for sure. But it seems like you're gonna take that anyways.
Taking damage.
JLAC Papa Alpha Tango. This is flight control. Please note that access to the station is by authorization only.
Alright.
Maintain current sector, Commander.
Started off with a bang.
Clear for landing on docking bay 10.
And now we're gonna get into some of this new Guardians. We're gonna look for, not exactly sure. I think I have to go to an alliance system to pick up the new ship. Challenger, Chieftain, and I can't remember. I'll look it up real quick.
Caustic substance neutralized.
Okay. So get my,
Landing complete. Docking
look at that. Very low damage, 75,000 for repairs. Bad. When I was losing, I was getting. Hey, thanks, King Dubaka. Thanks for the follow. I love it. All right. Go turn in my combat bonds for. I killed a Thargoid. I got. There it is. All right. So now it's time to get into the new content. So what I'm gonna do is just Alliance Star System close to Maya. Yeah. I'm looking for system. Okay. From. So this looks pretty close. Yep. Pretty close. That's headed. I'm gonna switch to my jumping ship, and I have leave my fighting one here because this is where I'm gonna come back to. I found a great, and you can find your own system as well in the Pleiades. What you're looking for is one that's relatively close to Maya, but also has more services. Maya doesn't have. That's very convenient. Alright, so you want to find a station that has everything that you need. So, switching over to my Explorer trade Anaconda. This one doesn't have a lot of capabilities, but it's it can jump very far, and that's I think that's more important, the jump capability. So, all right. One jump, two. And this is military industrial, so I'm hoping that it will also have the new fighters, because I'd like to get them both at once. And once we get the new ship, and I'm thinking I'm going to drop some serious cash on it. To let you guys know, I am also playing an open today, so if you want to crash the party, feel free. I'm okay with that. But I'm gonna pick up a couple of these. I'm gonna try the fighters and see if I can get them. I'll get the new ship and here we go. Make our jump. This is an alliance system, so I'm hoping, because it's military, industrial, or whatever, that it'll have what I'm looking for, which is the new ship with the fighter bays. Rick's Depot. I'm in open right now. But I play in pretty much everything. When I don't want to be bothered, I'll play in solo, like if I'm trying to accomplish something specific, or if I don't want someone screwing up my instance, because a lot of times what'll happen is you'll get in and somebody else will have already, you'll jump into somebody else's instance and they'll have already done whatever you wanted to do. So so you have to log out and log back in anyway. So there are a lot of things like collecting materials or doing exploration. I typically will go solo, but for live streaming, it always makes it more fun to play in open. You never know who you're going to run across. So. But I'm hoping that the new ship will be here, so I can just get it. I don't have to fly around. It's an Alliance military base. Typically, that's where you would, especially the fighters, I would think that. Is coming in. The depot's in the ring system. It's right there. That's pretty good. The views never get old in this game. It's always so big. Uh-oh. Gonna miss it. I play it in VR all the time, but I don't when I live stream.
This is an Alliance station. Please comply with StarCom regulations at all times.
I have the Oculus, and I do play it on the Oculus. It's so much fun in VR. I don't know if you've played it in VR. It's pretty awesome. It doesn't really translate well on the when you're streaming. You can't really
Access
tell.
granted. Head directly to Docking Bay 39er.
But it's amazing. The sense of scale is really amazing. But if I'm doing combat, that's the only way to do it, is in VR. It's just such a superior experience. Being able to track your targets through the canopy.
Landing confirmed. You are clear to park.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a Rift for, I don't know, close to a year, and when I'm not live streaming, that's how I play this game. It's how it's got to be done. It's amazing. It really is. Let's take a look at. Don't have a shipyard. I neglected to check that. All right, so let's see outfitting. Let's see what they have. If they have in the fighter, right? 6. Well, doesn't that suck? All right, so this place doesn't have anything I need. So let me go. I'm gonna go. I have another resource I can use. Right, it's close to that. station. Shipyard, got outfitting, and I want repair, restock, refuel. That's pretty good. All right. So what's close by? Nothing. Alright, looks like I have a ways to go. We're gonna jump to this system. Landing pad large. I almost pretty good. We're Alright. We're gonna have a little bit of a jump to do here, but this should get us. In VR, it's all HOTAS. So it's I use a X55, the Cytec X55 throttle and stick. It's the only way to play, because you can then map all of those keys. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But you can map all the keys to the switches. So basically, you don't ever have to look at your keyboard. You just keep your hand on the stick and throttle, and you know where all your switches are. So it just makes life much easier in VR. And then what I also do is I use a lot of voice commands. Again, I don't do that when I'm streaming, just because it gets really, really complicated to keep that moving along. So McDivitt dock. Because when you're talking with people and then issuing voice commands, it gets a little messy. All right, so that's where I'm headed. Yeah, how do you like the 52? I'm going to be actually upgrading mine this year. I've had it for coming close to 5 years, and the stick's pretty well worn out. All the hat switches are loose, and I'm starting to get glitchy switches and
Landing
such.
lock disengaged. Your way is clear to depart.
And I never really particularly liked the stick. It's very sticky, and it's not very smooth. It never has been. All right, so I'm going to be making, 6 jumps to Liu Huang. Hopefully that's the station I need that has everything. So we'll see.
You are now clear of station restrictions. StarCon looks forward to receiving you again.
Well, and if this doesn't have it, I've got a couple of other stations in mind. Yeah, well, I know if you don't have a game that you're specifically mapping it out for, it can it can take a while to map out. It's and you know it's fairly well or detailed. You got to know what you want to do. Like I went with a basic mapping when I first started, and I didn't like it at all. And so now I have a much more customized, and it took me quite a while to really dial in everything. Oh, look at this! I'm being interdicted, hyperdicted. If it's a Cyclops, I'll take it. If it's a Medusa, I'm running. Oh, he disabled me. Well, I'm about to get destroyed here, guys, because that's a Medusa. Oh, now he scans me. And I'm flying in my jump ship. It has no weapons. I forgot. I can't fight this thing even if I wanted to. Alright, so I'm just gonna sit. I mean, that's a Thargoid right there. He's leaving me be. In my other ship, I couldn't take him on either. That one's. Holy crap! At least I wasn't a threat to it. I thought for sure the thing was going to attack me, because I just killed a Cyclops at the very beginning of this stream. Haven't had one of those encounters in a while, but I'm not equipped for it. 20 minutes ago, yeah, I was ready for a fight. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to find a populated system, because I don't think I have I don't, and I am so screwed. I got distracted talking, as I do. And I don't. So let me go to navigation real quick. Pleiades, Pleiades. What I'm looking for is outfitting, refuel, and I need a fuel scoop. See if I got one close enough. Yep. Because I got eager and I left the station. Let me see. Outfit fuel. I am in big trouble. So, looks like I'm gonna have to detonate the ship. Too far away from anything. There's fine. There we go. All right. I'm just punching in the... There it is. And I'm looking for outfitting. Alright, so I'm I have outfitting close. And then let me look for a 6A scoop. Okay. Should be able to make 2 jumps. Donor. All right. So here we go. I have to make a detour because I prematurely left. I think I've been here once before. Looks like I'll get... Should be 2 jumps, yeah, but 1 small. So always remember, don't fly without a fuel scoop, and check your modules before you leave. I forgot that I had reconfigured this thing. I did it late last night and I forgot. So there's 1 big jump, and then we have a small one. Then I'll refit the ship, and then we'll be back on our way. Delays, delays, delays. Yeah, and that's a glitch in this game too. It doesn't show my modules when I'm out flying. That's something new. And it's only on this ship. It doesn't seem to happen to my other ship. Alright, so nice short jump here, short and sweet. Glad I realized that before my fuel got too low. That's always a major bummer when you basically strand yourself. And that's such a beginner thing, but I think part of it for me is when I live stream, I find it I'm not quite as focused on what I should be doing because I'm chit-chatting too much, and it's all on me. I can't do multiple things at once. Alright, so there we go. Heading out to Donar's Oak. Yeah, I keep see if I can kind of get my head in the game here a little bit and not forget what I'm doing. Mostly.
Delay C Papa Alpha Tango. Comms link established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander. Access granted. Prep for arrival on landing pad 02. Attention. Reduce speed to 100.
Please use the designated lanes when entering and exiting the station.
Touchdown confirmed. Dispatching ground crew.
Alright, just need some outfitting here. So I need to get a fuel scoop. 6A. Okay. Internal. Good job. Now we're ready to go. Okay, so let me just want to agree the outfitting shipyard, refuel, repair, restock, Alliance sells the Challenger and the Chieftain already. Large landing pad and military economy. Take a look there, and if I think that's going to be my best shot finding everything all in one, but I could be totally wrong. Now heading back out. And then I just want to take a look at the new ship, and then maybe we'll take that out and start searching for those Guardian beacons. Not exactly sure how to find those. I think I will probably have to read.
Ship detach complete. Departure authorized.
Alright, let's see if we can actually make it this time. Go. That's much better. Now we'll get to where we're going. It's the Alliance Crusader. That's what we're looking for. And then there's 3 new Guardian fighters, the Trident, Javelin, and Lance, and they all have Guardian weapons on them. almost there. A couple more jumps. This one and then one after. And then see if I pick the right system. So any idea how to find the Guardian sites? I'm gonna probably have to look at the news. They always have articles that you have to read. This should do it. Get us where we need to go. And they've also added some new weapons. Large dumbfire missiles, large seekers, large torpedo and large turreted multi-cannon. And then small shot cannons of all the different kinds. And then small of all the Guardian weapons, so you can fit them to smaller ships. That's kind of nice. Now, if they would only raise the limit of how many you can have on a ship, which seems a bit arbitrary, but... Okay, so here we are at Greed. And Tennyson. Or am I not there yet? Not there yet. I am. Oh, it's on a planet, that's why. Gotta go to the nav beacon. Beacon ahead. I'm basically just gonna scan this, 'cause that way I can find what I'm looking for. There it is. So it's been a long time getting here, but I'm finally here. Hopefully this place will have what we need. I've never been particularly good at finding things in this game. So it's always an adventure.
Orbital flight engaged.
So we'll be landing down here on this planetary base in a second. And I'm looking for the new Alliance ship. The new ship is called the Crusader. We're gonna go, I'll just get one and take it out for a spin, see how it flies. If they have it.
Papa Alpha Tango, Starcon is in operation at this port. Please submit a docking request before attempting to touch down. Request approved. Make your way to landing pad 03.
There's pad 03. Pretty cool looking base.
Scan detected.
That should be clean. Right, I'm all.
Landing confirmed. Ground crew dispatched.
So we're looking for a refuel. Go here. I'm gonna sell some stuff. It's good. Let's check the shipyard. Oh, there it is. The Alliance Crusader. This is the new one. 22 million. All right, well, let's buy it. Here we go. Store the current ship. Hey, isn't that easy? Alliance Crusader, how are you? Alright, I now have the new ship. We'll go Starport Services. Time to outfit this puppy. Here we go. So there it is in all its glory. Let's take a look at the hard points. I'm gonna sell those. Because, I mean, a 1F. So we'll go back to those in a minute. But I'm interested in the fighter bay. But here, let's go core internal. I'm gonna upgrade this. I guess we're not. A distributor, 60, 40, so these I want the 5D life support, so stuck with those. Let's see. No, they don't have any of the D-rated stuff. See, that's how they get you, these planetary bases. Get you to buy stuff that you don't... See if they have good thrusters. No. Alright, so... Let's go to optional internals. It's got a... Do they have a fighter hangar? They do. A 6D. Get it? Because that's what makes this, let me see. I'm looking for the, Trident, Javelin, or Lance. I don't have any of them. So, I don't understand that. I'm at a military base. Planetary. Maybe they're not in flight space. So, I have the fighter hangar. Let's see if they have a better shield generator. Nope. 3 is it. So we're going to be taking this out in some sorry-ass shape. That. So I need a shield generator. I might actually utility mount empty. See if I have any stored. Oh, that's right. See if better FSD. Nope. So we're stuck in this piece of garbage. All right, so let me look before I go too far. I'm gonna check what's closest. What I'm looking for is place that has. Go to core internal. So first of all, stick a .6K power. AFSD. 5D life support. Four D sensors. I think that but can't do it just yet because I can't jump in this thing. But here, let me see. 5 EFSD. Let me see if I upgrade to 3. Too big ship. Okay. Optional internals. 5 gauge. Shield generator. That'll keep that out. All right. We have very close. 2 jumps away. Right. And we'll take it. Leave my anaconda here. Hey, Wobbler1969, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. So, we have the new ship. We're going to take it out for its maiden voyage. I haven't even named it. Plotting route. Okay. Oh, do I? Option. Okay, 3. Do they not? Well, it looks like we're not taking it out just yet. Oh, there it is. Fuel scoop. We will do the 1E. This is gonna be painful. Now we can plot it out. Will not let me plot the route there, and I'm not sure why. Galaxy map. Why not there? It's 13 light years away. I've got a fuel scoop. Huh. Probably that's why. There's no intermediate stars, and my jump range is long. So we're going to have to do something differently here. Of course. So we're gonna get a little creative. We're gonna go to outfitting, and we're gonna dump some weight. So sell all the racks first of all. That won't. This I'm gonna have to slot away for them because it's 40. So I'll sell it back. And I'm gonna sell the shield generator. Need a fuel scoop. Or internal. Gonna do. These are 40 tons. 20 tons. Switch to my other ship. We're gonna have to go get some stuff. Cause I can't, we're like stranded. This place, I can't get to anywhere. Isn't that just ridiculous? So if I go to outfitting, here. Yeah. Gotta find a closer. There. That's all. Let me find a place that has a bigger fuel scoop. That. That's here. But there are no fuel scoops here, so. Oh no. Right. And here's what I'm. We're gonna have to switch back. Show what's up. Optional internal. Oh. Frame shift drive 5. Alright. This is how we do it. I gotta jump over here, add it, pick up the stuff that I need. Alright, so we're kind of doing this in a roundabout way.
Climb sequence authorized.
It's really funny that they sell that ship there with no way to get it out of the system. It's ridiculous. You have to bring the modules into it. So this should get me a little bit closer. Almost there. Come on.
Alpha Tango, you're through to Starcom Flight Operations Department. Please comply with station protocol. Request approved. Proceed to landing pad 3-2.
Alright. Back and... Yeah. So we want to go optional internals. Oh. I could have... Alright. Let me sell that. Well, let me bring this back, then we'll... Up here. There. All right. So that ship will be here in 5 minutes. Let me go back out. This way, I don't have to mess with this ship. Got the shipyard here. Get 10. They've got there. This is. I should have come here. They've got everything that I need. Great. I don't want to wait. Sell that one that's coming. Very good. Where's the 5A? It was just here. so. It just was here. Why is it not here? Well, whatever. All right. So. I'm undersized stuff. Yep, different. I'll give it a longer sensor range. Got that 13. Hmm. Let's see if I can actually get out of the system. 'Cause what I need is... I want to aerate this thing, but I can't... I'm not finding anything nearby that I can get to. So, let me see. I need to get a 5A. And that's what I had here, and... data was stale. Finally get there. And that's, once I get there, that'll bump my jump range up to high enough where I can then move around, but this is ridiculous. I picked the one system that it's impossible to get a frame shift drive. There we go. Let's take it out for its maiden voyage, shall we? No shields, no weapons, no nothing. I had to strip it down to bare bones just to get it out to be able to jump to another system.
Start call to all vessels. If you are late, docking procedure within your time. Exit bay and support.
Ship released. Observe speed restrictions when passing through the airlock.
Since I have no shields, I'm going to be very careful here. Particularly fast as a stock ship. I want to aerate it, but I couldn't get it out. I couldn't get it out of its system. Flying in the new Crusader. Fuel scoop works, although it's a cheesy little one. I think this place has a 5A frame shift drive, and then I should be able to jump to a real system where they have everything. frame shift drive and
Lakon Hopper Alpha Tango. Starcon comms link established. Reduce your speed as you approach the station, Commander. Request approved. Adjust heading.
pad 3.
This is an important Starcon announcement. Acts of aggression will be met with appropriate force.
Oops. No shield.
Ship is on deck. Engaging pad restraints. Welcome to our starport, Commander.
Much better. Now we've got 20 light year range. Let's see if we can improve on that. Cut down on some weight. They're 40 tons right now. About 60. That's what. Do the 6D thrusters. At least until I can find 6-8. There. Now we're getting something. They still keeps us for 20 right here. That's good. Right, I think we're finally kitted out correctly here. Let me check. Well, I'm not going to be using this one to fight Thargoids, so at least not yet. But then I could do the military deposit. Or reflective. Okay, that's optionals. Oh. Shield generator and a fighter bit. Got a 5-8. They don't have 6-8. Go. Fighter hangar. Five. Shield generator. Create fuel scoop. Alright. Well, now we're getting somewhere. They don't have the fighters that I'm looking for. Oh, anti-Xeno. So they have the AX, but they don't have the new one. I'm not sure where I'm gonna find those. So, I'm unable to find them. Been to a bunch of systems. Anybody have any idea where to find them? I've looked everywhere. Still trying to find where. Unable to find where they're at. Been looking. So I guess you can't just buy them. So here, I'll put Taipans in there. I'll put the... I guess I'm gonna go look. I am looking for tech broker. We're heading to a system here, Ross 112. For it's a Guardian tech broker. That real quick. We'll take this ship and have a look, I guess. I burned through all my Guardian components, so I don't have any of that. I don't think I have anything. I don't have the materials.
Landing counter retracted. Allow for oncoming traffic in the access corridor.
So at least I now have some semblance of a jump range in this thing. And now I think I'll get the Guardian FSD booster and I'll throw that in there. That way we can really jump. It'll add about, I don't know, seven light years. That'll make a big difference. So this is the new Challenger, or no, it's not the Challenger. Crusader, that's right. Off to Egan Orbital, where we'll have a Guardian tech broker, and maybe I'll fit this thing out with some Guardian stuff. Burning through my credits like I have them. Almost there. Boy, oh boy. It's taking me a very long time to get this thing going.
Papa Alpha Tango, please regulate your speed while on approach, Commander. And fly safe.
Oh, I'm regulating
Access
it, all right.
granted. You are cleared on that 1-1. Meters from touchdown.
Okay. So now we're looking for the Guardian tech broker.
Ground crew dispatched.
Let's take a look. I want to see what the requirements are. What material trading? Okay. Encoded. I have plenty of that, so let's go to tech broker. All right. So there's a bunch of new stuff at the Guardian. So, like, what I haven't done so far is I have not done the power plant or the module reinforcement. Now these are all the new ones. So we've got the Shard Cannon Class 1, Javelin. Oh, I have insufficient. I don't have vessel blueprint segments, Guardian wreckage component, or Guardian technology component. Power distributor. And Lance Fighter, so a vessel blueprint. Now, Trident Fighter. Guardian Plasma Charger. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow for my stream is I'm going to have a ship set up so I can go out to a Guardian site. Because it looks like we need to find these new weapon blueprint segment. And gonna have to figure out how to find them. So, and that's probably those Guardian beacons, which I don't know, are they showing up in, let me look in the, let's see, navigation. They show up in the galaxy map. We go here. Shows. So that would be 2E. Alright. So exit out of this. Alright, so what it looks like is I'm going to total up what I need to get to unlock each of these. The Javelin, the Lance Fighter, and the Trident Fighter. So it's technology components. Looks like I need 75, 3 blueprints, and 75 tech components. And I have all the rest of the stuff. Well, I'll have to check. that should take just a couple of hours to get all that the tech set. And the Guardian vessel blueprint segments, those should be, I only need 3. So that'll be the plan for tomorrow. I'll probably head out to another Guardian site. So let me see if we can find any articles here. Here we go. Recently detected energy signatures. As part of my research. Okay, so here. These are the different. We're going to head out there. That's what I'm going to do right now. So we have the chieftain, but what we need is. I'm just going to quick take note of the system that I don't have to come back to this. We have it says the signals are in NGC 2451 second. The IC 2391 and sinewy. And guess where I'm headed? I encourage independent pilots. That would be me. We're gonna exit. And then there's also engineers. Let me read this. 4 engineers have been established. I've never been to Colonia, so Mel Brandon specializes in lasers. Yeah, so I'm not heading there. I've already got all pretty much. All right. So we're gonna go back to Galaxy Map. I gotta get my jump ship. So cut her out there. Three. Oh. Okay. We got back there and get my. I had to get my big ship. Beam Gateway. And then we're gonna head out and do some Guardian stuff. We're gonna check out the new sites. Let me go to outfitting. Before I jump out, let me see if I can get some weapons on this thing. It's got a large. And now I have Guardian stuff I can buy, right? So I think it's the Shard Cannon, 2 Gauss Cannon. So a 3 speaker. Yeah, see, that's nice. And then on the mediums, I'm gonna go. These are gonna be Gauss Cannon. That's small. What can I pick up? don't have any of the lasers. I could. Well, rail guns. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff I can do. I'm gonna leave them empty for now. Set up fire groups here. Again, this is the problem I've been having since the update. None of my modules show up, so I can't adjust anything. All right, so got some weapons now. Let's just head back. And I'm gonna get into we're gonna get into the bigger ship, and we're heading out to these new Guardian sites. We're gonna do some investigation.
Ship coupling disengaged. You may leave when ready.
And now I have not. This is not engineered yet, so it's just all stock, but pretty much A-rated.
Prepare for oncoming traffic, Commander. Watch your blind spots.
Pretty nice looking ship. Fighter bay. Not bad. Okay. Heading back to get my my long-range ship so that we can make these jumps out to these other systems. Get there before too terribly long, and we'll see what's going on. I am playing it open, so we'll probably run into a bunch of other commanders out there, and that's what I'm hoping for. So the new ship handles pretty well. It's fairly agile. And let me see, do I have my... So I guess the point of this is it's an anti-Thargoid vessel as well, so... Definitely have to engineer it, I'm sure. But first thing, we're going to go investigate some of these strange new signals. Now that we've checked out the new ship. So there it is. coming in fairly hot here. So as you can see, my modules, since the update, boy, my ships are not showing the modules. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. After flying my Anaconda for so long, the thing is such a beast. It just doesn't. It's not agile at all. This is very refreshing to have such a nimble little ship. Okay, so we're switching back to my exploration Anaconda. That'll be good. I'm gonna go with 4. So let's back up out here. We'll go to do a 4G vehicle hangar. That way it doesn't cut too much into my jump range, and I still get 2 vehicles. I don't know what I'm gonna need out there, so I'm all right, looks good. decent jump range, lots of cargo space. Here. Alright. Just quick. Again, something is not right. There, let me see. Can't see my module. I don't see. So, first place we're going. Well, let's take a look, shall we? Punch in first Guardian signal. And hey there, Major Fish. Doing all right. How you doing today? Checking out these Guardian beacons. It's my first order of business here. I got about 850 light years to this one. And I'm gonna go back and see how far it is to the others. Thanks a bunch. The new Elite Dangerous content dropped today, so I'm having a little fun with it. Tried out the new ship and got the requirement there's 3 new fighters. And thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I see 2. Let's see where this guy is. We got... Oh, here, I'm going to go this one. This is a quicker jump. So, the fighters, they're, you have to basically unlock them. And I don't have any of the materials. And I think it's kind of a puzzle in order to figure out where the materials are. And so that's where I'm heading right now. We have 11 jumps. Just make sure I have everything. I think this will clue us into the new... There's going to be Guardian sites that we have to find. I'm pretty sure. That have the vehicle blueprints that we need. And because I need 3 new ones. Hey, thanks for the host. I appreciate that too. So this is we're jumping way out into deep space here. Well, it's 650 light years outside of the bubble. Well, where do I start? Geesh, the game is highly complex. There's a lot of different things. I think for a beginner, it depends on how you like to play. But see, I like to have access to all the stuff. So the biggest trick is learn how to make money quick. And once you have that, then you get access to a bunch of different ships. So I would say probably the first order of business for me was 1, learn how to fly, at least passably. And then learn how to make money. And then once you can fly and have lots of money, then pretty much the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want. And it took me a long time to figure out how to make credits in this game. And there's a lot of different options. I think the fastest way is probably passenger missions, although they can be mind-numbing. That's why if you're into live streaming and you stream yourself, it makes it much more fun to do that with people to talk to. So just a tip for you there. My followers got me through a lot of the initial credit grind because you're gonna have a smaller ship. It's gonna take longer to earn credits, but you kind of keep graduating up through bigger ships. There's also a couple of good methods as far as trade goes. But the one thing about Elite Dangerous is that everything is tied together. So you don't get good missions until your rank goes up, but you can't get your rank up until you start doing a lot of missions, and you can't do the bigger missions until you get a bigger ship, but you can't do that. So it's kind of this, it can be overwhelming. But so what I would suggest you do is pick something that you like to do and do that for a while. You can make you know, early you can make a ton of money and credit rank by going to like resource extraction sites and bounty hunting. I did that. It raised my combat rank. I learned how to fight passably well against NPCs, and I made you know, millions of credits. The other thing is, if you like exploring, you can explore. You don't need an anaconda to explore. You don't actually need a very big jump range. It's nice to have a big jump range because you can jump out far and find undiscovered things. But if you're into exploration, you can make a ton of credits quickly in a relatively small ship. I've done pretty much everything, so I think the very first I made my first million doing bounty hunting, and then I jumped into exploration, and then I made probably like 100 million doing that. And then once I hit that mark, then it was just whatever you want to do, because then you can get a big get an affordable ship with a decent jump range, and do I recommend, if you want to cut your teeth on it, there's a thing called the Road to Riches. You can just Google it. Just Google Elite Dangerous Road to Riches. It'll take you right to the site. It's some guy made this great site that it gives you a route to jump through, so you can just follow it from beginning to end and make, you know, 50 million credits. Get your rank up nice and high for, you know, your explorer rank, and then you start. That kind of gets the ball rolling for you. And you'll discover a bunch. You get to discover, you know, you'll scan a bunch of Earth-like worlds and water worlds and all kinds of stuff like that. And what it does is it teaches you how to explore, what to look for, and by the time you're done with it, you'll be an exploration pro. You can go off into deep space. After I did Road to Riches, I decided I was good enough at exploration that I was gonna just follow my own course to the center of the galaxy. No, factions are not important. You don't have to join anything. You can be independent. What happens is they become important. The Empire and Federation become important when you start wanting to get the bigger ships, because a lot of the bigger ships are locked by rank, so you can't get the Federal Corvette or the assault ship, or the nicer, the cutter or the clipper Empire ships until you have Navy rank. So then, yeah, faction does become important then. But early in the game, it's a complete non-issue. And those ships are so darn expensive that until you figured out how to really make money, but yeah, no, there's a lot. I've been playing this game for almost 4.5 years, and I still haven't done everything in it. There's so much to do. In fact, what I did for the first time yesterday, and at the beginning of this stream, if you go to the very beginning, I solo killed a Thargoid for the first time. So there's tons of stuff to do that, and it can literally take you years to do it. Four more jumps to the Guardian site. And I'm playing in open, so I'm hoping that I'm going to find some other commanders. A little too close. That would be fantastic. Yeah, and if you... The white dot, that's always there, as far as I know. Welcome, oh wait, welcome back, level 42. Nice to see you again. Yeah, no, this game, I have never run out of things to do, ever. And now there are so many ships and so many different options for weapons and exploration. You have engineering, which we haven't even talked about. Yeah, the dot is there by default. I certainly didn't turn it on. Engineering is a whole thing that can take months to master. I did another stream about that and the tools that I use a few days back. Yes, Kerbal Space Program. It's definitely just maybe not quite as in depth as that, but yes. Along the similar lines of that. All right, 2 jumps and we'll be there. No, that's not right. I might have marked the wrong. I see 2391 is where I want to go. Oh no, that's it. I stream every day, Monday through Sunday. Elite Dangerous, I play in the mornings, so that would be... I try to start around 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. And I don't always start right at 8:30 just because my schedule is a little tricky. but between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, and I'll try to stream a minimum of an hour on Elite Dangerous, and then I also I try to do a second stream in the evenings, and that's usually will be a completely different game, but it's every day of the week I try to do it. Every now and then I will take a day off, but if you check me out and you're following, you'll see that I'm pretty consistent. And in the evenings, what I usually do is I also enjoy playing shooters. So lately I've been doing PUBG. I'm waiting. There's a beta for Insurgency Sandstorm coming out, and that starts on the 30th. So I'll be doing that in the evenings. So my stream has a little bit of everything. I try to be consistent. I love this game, so I always play it. Alright, so now... Yes. Passenger missions. What you want to do is you're going to have to go to... well, hang on a second. Let me... I am trying to find... Let's turn it. Star scan. Hey, come on back anytime. Nice to meet you, Major. But the passenger cabins, yeah, thanks. I will, I'll enjoy. I'll be back on tomorrow morning doing more of this, the new content for Elite Dangerous. I'm doing it for the rest of the week. Passenger cabins, what you want to do is let me just pause for a second and now I'll show you what you need to do. You're gonna go to EDDB, which is, let me show you this place right here. It's eddb.io, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell it where you're at in the reference system. So you go in the game and you find out where you're at, and then you punch that in here, and then up here you just type in passenger cabins. So, and let's say you want a 6E economy passenger cabin, and you can get rid of all this stuff, so it won't be set. I had other things set. And let's say you have a medium ship and you don't want to land on a planet. You click find stations, and within 10 light years of Adnitz, which is where my reference station is, I find, oh, they have passenger cabins in the system BD72 at Ragnajaran Enterprise. So you just go there, and you go and you can go into the outfitting, and you can buy your passenger cabin. Then that's pretty much as easy as it is. All right, now I'm gonna get back into the game. So let me look at the galaxy map. I'm looking for, I see 2391. 2391. Oh my goodness. They didn't tell me. Let me take a look real quick. All right, so I'm going to reread this article. mark each planet, and we're going to scan each one of them. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm exploring, looking for Guardian beacons, but I'm not really sure how to find them. If anybody has any ideas, would it be something that we would see as soon as we jumped in, or I didn't see anything at the main star, and so what I'm doing is I'm trying to fly close to each of the planets. And maybe there's a beacon near them. I don't know. Closer to this one. So I'm just I'm exploring systems out in the IC 2391 sector. No, I'm actually doing a special mission. The new update for Elite Dangerous launched today, and they added a bunch of new content to the game, and one is they're called these mysterious Guardian beacons, and They said they're in the game, but they didn't tell anybody. They gave us general location where they're at, but that's it. You know, so we're pretty much on our own. And so what I'm looking for specifically is a Guardian beacon. And they didn't say what to look for or where to find them, but just gave us a sector. And so I'm basically exploring every system in the sector that I can get to. If I randomly... I mean, that's really all I can do to come across it. Let me look at the galaxy. These are all the stars. Sector. I mean, I have no idea. This is I have no idea what I'm doing.
Cannot comply.
I'm just looking real quick. Let's look back at that Galnet article, shall we? Alright, so it says... Let's listen.
Unusual energy signatures detected. 3 recently detected energy signatures have been confirmed to be of a similar nature. The engineer Amtar made a statement to the media. As part of my research, I regularly review data from surveillance satellites and ships that have picked up atypical signals. Although most turn out to be of no consequence, on this occasion I have identified 3 energy signatures that I believe warrant further investigation. The signals originate from the NGC 2451 A sector, the IC 2391 sector, and the Sinuefi region. I have no further data, and at this time the signature's meaning remains a mystery. I encourage any independent pilots operating in these regions to investigate. I do of course apologize if this turns out to be a pointless exercise, but in the pursuit of scientific knowledge, even the smallest opportunity must be explored.
So I went to IC2391 and there's like a million star systems, so needle in a haystack time. Oh, welcome back. Those will not happen, at least not this year. And it's, I don't think it's very high on their priority list. Atmospheric landings, people want to get out and walk around, and I don't know. I'm not that interested in that. I think they basically said that none of that's coming. Then the next update's going to be a huge update, but it's not going to have any significantly new. Well, I don't know. It's not going to have atmospheric landing. That's for sure. Or EVAs. Yeah. Not really seeing. I'm thinking that the beacon will show up when you get within the 1,000 light seconds of your target. No, that just means it's unexplored by me. Like if I go, I'll show you in a second. Here. Let me just slow down real quick. If you go to the system map, this is where you can see if it's never been explored by anybody. So if I hover over it, see it'll say first discovered by Moonblader. And then anything that I scan, like this one, first discovered by Bitterwane. Now I'm gonna actually go out here. So, and I'm not far enough out of the bubble to come across anything that has not been scanned yet. But I have pretty close, I think, to 1,000 discoveries. So my pilot's name is on 1,000 different places, stars and planets and such. And that actually is pretty. That has not lost its luster even after all this time of playing. I still love just finding new undiscovered things. Nope, nothing here. Yeah, once you get out there, I mean, every system you scan has never been seen by anybody before. And sometimes they'll have 50, 60 bodies in it. After a while, what I ended up doing was I would quickly scan for the valuable planets, or the rare stuff. Earth-like worlds in a habitable zone pays a ton of money, and water worlds in the habitable zone. Those are all things that you start to look for, and that's how you make your money. Let me shut this down. This is a T-Tauri. So this one I can't. Yes, I've been to Sol. I've been to Sagittarius A, which is the black hole, the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. So it's been I've done a lot in this game. That was a nice trip to Sag A. there's a lot to do, and like you need a permit to go to Earth and that kind of stuff. So you need I can't remember what you need, Federation rank to get that. But hey, everybody's got to be a noob at some point. I mean, I'm a total nerd. See, as soon as I got wind that this game was being made, I knew I was going to buy it immediately. I played the original Elite Dangerous, or not Elite Dangerous, Elite in the 80s, 1984, on the Commodore 64, and I absolutely loved it. I was just a kid, and I played that game until I played it a lot, and then you kind of move on. Games change. You stop. Commodore 64. It's an ancient computer. 64 kilobytes of RAM. I mean, give me a break. But when I found out that they were remaking the game on a modern platform, I was just like, oh, I'm getting that, and I'm playing it for sure. And it has not disappointed. I think you'll like it. I mean, there are people that don't like the fact that you can pretty much there's no really spelled out storyline. All right, so okay, so here's an example. I just scanned this. Oh, I didn't scan. Oh, I did. I scanned it, and you see how it doesn't say first discovered by? So that is, I just made a first discovery. So when I fly back to civilization and I turn in my data, that will show up. It'll say first discovered by Very Dead. So there you go. There you can make first discoveries just about anywhere. So that tells me that this guy out here is going to be for sure a first discovery. So I'll fly out there. Yeah, I'll add it to all the other non-valuable first discoveries I've made. All right, so this is at 204 light seconds. That's a long way out. So that's definitely has not been discovered. I almost guarantee it. If you take a look at the galaxy map, you can, or you want to go to the system map, and none of these are valuable at all. These are all rocky planets. These are landable. You can land on these, but none of these are landable bodies, and they're all icy planets. So the value is going to be next to nothing. The only reason I'm flying out there is in case there's a Guardian beacon out there. But we'll see. This will be the end of my stream today. I'm gonna get out there if there's no Guardian beacon. I've been going since about 8:30 this morning. I need a break. My voice is getting a little scratchy. So I'll be back on tomorrow, and I'm gonna pick up right where I left off. We're gonna be exploring for these Guardian beacons and trying to figure out where to find the new Guardian. I'm sure they're going to lead to new. I'm not sure. I have suspicions that these beacons are going to point us to new Guardian sites that will allow us to get the Guardian blueprints that we need to build the Guardian fighters that you can use to fight Thargoids. So I'm pretty sure that's where we're at, and hopefully I'll find one. But if I don't, I'm sure somebody else will find one, and we'll just glom on and we'll follow their lead and see if we can't solve this. So I would really like to unlock the Guardian fighters, get the materials I need, and equip. I have a nice anti-Thargoid Guardian. What is it called? Anti-Thargoid Guardian Anaconda, I guess is what it is. I killed my first Thargoid today, and it felt good. I have to say, it felt really good, especially after I've lost 4 ships to Thargoids. It was nice to finally kick one's ass. And what we'll do is I want to unlock those new fighters and maybe put one of each, 2 different kinds, into my anti-Thargoid ship, and then take it out and see how it does. That's the goal for this week. I want to investigate all the new things that have come out. Make sure that, well, I already bought the new ship. I A-rated that, so that needs to be engineered, but I want to use that to fight Thargoids. Then I want to try out the new fighters and see how they go, and also I want to see where these Guardian mysteries go. So hopefully I'll discover one of these Guardian beacons, and I won't be but if not, I know somebody else will. And a lot of times it's dumb luck. At least it is for me. You kind of just dumb luck across something. It's like, oh, look what I discovered. How nice. The first black hole I came across, it was the same way. Same thing with neutron stars. The first one I jumped across, I randomly found it, and it was really great. Those kind of first time discoveries are awesome. So, it's going to take me a while to get out to this thing. Awfully far. So currently, like, my combat rank, I'm at 82% of dangerous, so I'm very, very close to elite, and one more rank and it'll be elite. Same thing with trade rank. One more rank, I think, and I'll be elite there. So, and it's the hardest to get that last one. Explorer, I got that pretty quick. Yeah. Have you tried to do a neutron jump where you fly through the jet cone, and what it does is it supercharges your frameshift drive, and it like triples your jump range. That's pretty damn awesome, or at least doubles it. I know that. I think it triples it. I was doing 200 light year jumps, and I think I can do pretty close to 260 light year jumps from a neutron. It's a jet cone boost. You can really make some serious time across the galaxy when you jump through the neutron field. It's like an expressway to the other side of the galaxy. Be aware it's highly dangerous if you get caught in the exclusion zone of the neutron star, because it kind of pushes your ship around and it can turn you around. So you have to fly carefully and don't get too close to the exclusion zone, because if it sucks you in, your ship is destroyed. There's no coming back from it. And you can also do boost jumps from what is it? The white dwarves. Avoid it. Don't do it. It's very risky, and the boost is very low. You don't get a lot of extra boost for it, and your chances of dying are very high. I've lost several ships jumping using a white dwarf as a boost. Everything was going fine, and then bam, my ship just flipped around, and I got sucked into the jet cone and into the kind of like the death zone. So stay clear of white dwarves. They're very, very scary. Even for experienced pilots, they're tough. Almost there. We're doing 650 times the speed of light, according to this. 646C. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's the part of this game that's not quite realistic, but that's alright. They figured out the infinite mass and energy problem in the Elite universe. That's where I want to live. So I'll be on again starting 8:30 tomorrow morning. The stream will probably run in from 8:30 till noon. Playing Elite Dangerous. I'll be doing the Guardian stuff. Hopefully we'll get somewhere with it. But that's pretty much the whole rest of the week is what I'm doing. If I get the stuff unlocked, the Guardian fighters, then I'll go fight some Thargoids, and we'll see how we do. I was surprised at how much fun it is to fight Thargoids. They are a huge challenge to solo. I finally figured out how to kill the easiest one. It's called the Cyclops variant. And once you figure it out, it is pretty easy to kill. But you have to figure it out. And I won't spoil it for you. Well, if you watch my video, it'll be spoiled for you. But there's a quick way to kill him that requires a lot less skill, and then there's a skillful way that takes a while. Of course, I'm a very impatient guy, so and I don't have a lot of skills, so I opted for the quick kill method. And I figured it out. Now, the quick kill method for the Cyclops will not work on a Basilisk, although I'm definitely going to try it. I don't think it'll work because the second variant of the Thargoid ship is called a Basilisk. It does double the damage of the Cyclops, and then there's a third variant called the Medusa, which doubles yet again the damage and the regeneration. So they become progressively more difficult to destroy, and I think for a Medusa, that I think is going to be beyond my skills to solo. I'll need to do that in a wing with a bunch of other players. And then the same thing with Basilisk. That's probably right at the outside envelope of what I can do as far as solo piloting. Alright, so only 10,000 light seconds away. And I have a feeling there's not going to be anything out here. The weapons I'm using to kill the Thargoids right now, I'm using the Guardian weapons. I've tried all three of the different Guardian weapons: the plasma charger, the Gauss cannon, and the shard cannons. And the shard cannons are the best. They do massive amounts of damage, and I found that when I use that, I absolutely tear Thargoids apart. The Gauss cannons are also really good for sniping out the heart, but I found there's a brute force method that you can use on a Cyclops that you can kill them in pretty quick, and you take a lot less damage. So you get to keep more of the bounty. That you get a 2 million credit bounty for every Thargoid you kill, and I can use less than, if I use less, take less than 100,000 credits worth of damage in repairs. So you keep, you know, 1.9 million of that 2 million bounty. So, and it can add up pretty quick. All right, so we're almost 1,000 light seconds away, and all right. So we'll double check the system map. And let's see, sure enough, it's a second new discovery. Nobody's discovered any of these. So maybe I'll take a little time and I'll scan these. So I'm not seeing anything out here. Signal source over here. Definitely do. You finish that, you'll make a ton of I'm gonna go to this degraded emissions. You'll make a ton of credits, and you'll be able to get a nice shiny new ship or two. You'll be able to really kit the thing out nicely, and then you'll be well on your way. You can pick and choose what you want to do next, as opposed to just kind of scrounging. So I'm really randomly just poking around these systems, trying to find a Guardian beacon. I'm not finding anything. I went to the sector, but there's like, you know, there's... Whoa. Rescue 1. Out here. So this is legal salvage. Let's see what my... There's a lot here, but nothing I need. Alright. Well, we made it out here, and we didn't really find anything worth... So that's gonna do it for my stream today, guys. I will pick it up tomorrow. I'm gonna do the same thing. Try and find these guardian beacons, and hopefully it'll lead us to what we need to unlock those guardian fighters, and then I get them equipped on that new ship that I just bought. So, hey, not too much of a bummer. It gives you a reason to come back to play again another day. None of this stuff is easy, that's for sure. So, thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow. I'll be doing more of it, and hopefully I'll actually do something. I'll find something that's exciting. So far today it was a whole lot of flying around and not much else. And I appreciate you guys coming by. If you're watching but you haven't chatted with me, please give me a follow or subscribe so that you know when I come back online. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, and see ya.